Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the No Laying Up podcast. Soly here, back in TC's lair, joined by the Lehman brothers themselves, Mr. Neil Schuster with me. Hello, Neil. How are you?
Good being with you. Full collapse on the rules of golf the other day, but we'll get there.
We might start there. I think we got to start there. TC is here as well. Hello, TC.
Absolutely loving life after that finish this evening.
A great tournament.
Collapse. If you
there was we got to get in front of something though, Neil. We did a infamous rules, scandals, controversies podcast earlier this week. And my goodness, did we get some emails about us butchering the yellow versus red hazard line rules. And I just wondered if you have anything to say about it.
I can't believe you let me talk you out of it.
So ashamed.
Now, I will say this. 10 times out of 10, yellow hazard, I'm using the drop zone. Yellow penalty area, excuse me. I'm using the drop area. So,
really?
Yeah, for sure, I'm always using the drop area. It feels like a safe haven. I mean, that's just what we're doing. But you can go back on the line, in line with the flag stick. You can do that, Soly.
We had that. I don't know how I let you talk me out of a rules situation, but I apologize.
And you know what? More of a reason we're going to do a rules pod later this year. I'm going to make that happen.
You just set it up. You just set up the reason for the rules pod. It's a nesting doll.
And I've always said I'm quick to call in for a second opinion. I don't want to be like, oh, I know the rules, but listen, we're
you're scruffing up against.
He's got his rain gear.
He's got his rain gear on.
Well, it's foggy out, man.
It's rubbing up against your beard. We can hear that.
Biked over. It was foggy.
It's great to have you down here. We got a lot to talk about. Nico Echavarria wins the COG. Casey Jarvis wins the South African Open. Alistair Doherty wins the 199 Visa Argentina Open. Daniel Hillier wins the New Zealand
119.
Okay, sorry.
119th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not like
it didn't say 119th though on the leaderboard. It said
I don't think they do TH in Spanish.
119.
That's
see, we all make mistakes, Solid. Red penalty area 199.
I can't throw you under
tournaments
the bus
in the world, and he's
unbelievable. Guy doesn't respect history.
I can't throw you under the bus for that one. Hannah Green wins the HSBC Women's World Championship. The No Layup podcast is, of course, brought to you by our friends at FootJoy. We often talk about FootJoy being the number one shoe in golf, and that can be quantified any number of ways, which one of which is the incredible number of tour players who choose to wear FootJoy at the highest level of the game. With so much on the line with every shot, more of the best players choose FootJoy for the ultimate combination of performance, comfort, and style. This was on full display at the Cognizant, where nearly 60% of the field wore FootJoy. This included every player who finished in the top 5, all of whom chose the Premier Series, including the champ. Often imitated but never duplicated, Premier is recognized for timeless styling and supercharged innovation for the modern player. It's comfortable, it's stable, it's reliable, and it's beautiful. Like many of the players on tour, I think all of us have at least one pair of Premier Series in the rotation, and so should you. Keep an eye out this week when FootJoy will reveal the next generation of Premier. Follow FootJoy's social channels for more on that.
I just want to shout out Soly. First off, he's reading off his computer like 3 feet away.
Pretty far away.
I mean, that was.
You think this is my first
primo,
gig?
Man.
We got to work on this
All right,
rain jacket.
This is a FootJoy. This is a good rain jacket from FootJoy.
Yeah, that's
rocked it.
That's the new.
Tonight.
Smo had some really
crispy
the newer ones on.
ones.
Bo Hostler had some fresh ones on this week too.
Yeah.
Where do you guys want to start on the COG? I can give you the play-by-play if you want to hear it, but I think we kind of watched it.
Set
all right,
the scene for us.
Shane Lowry and Austin Smotherman took a one-shot lead into the final round over Nico Echavarria and Taylor Moore. Shane Lowry in complete control of this entire golf tournament. Birdied the 5th hole, birdied the 9th, made an eagle on the 10th hole, then made back-to-back birdies on 12 and 13. That got him all the way to 19 under par. He had a really, really, really good shot into the difficult 15th. Club twirled it and made par. Honestly, kind of looked like night. His win probability was over 96% when he got to the 16th tee. 3 holes remaining. Hit 3-iron off the 16th tee horrifically. One of the worst shots I've ever seen from a professional in the lead. Like, just thinking,
awesome.
He hit a kind of a skinny top off the 6th tee earlier on.
I watched that one live. He hit like a kind of a heely one that it was not good. And I was sitting here with TC when he did that on 16. And it was like, oh my God. I mean, it wasn't even close, man. I thought we were going to have a where did the cross scandal.
Yeah, I thought so too.
But they finally showed the overhead replay. It took a while to show it. I feel like they were trying to check it.
Bones was on it. When Bones is there, he's going to tell you what he saw.
Bones was on it, but it felt like we were witnessing a cover-up in real time.
It did a little bit, honestly.
And then
but
Kisner was
but
like,
then there
no, he's
wasn't
a
one.
class act. He's going to do the right thing here.
Well, I
It
saw
was
when I
clean
saw
drop though. Just for the record, clean drop.
when I
Because we don't.
I don't know if we're the authority on that.
Well, I'm saying, as far as I know, it's a clean drop from what I saw.
And it's an NBC week, so we don't get any tracers. We don't get like they were saving some money this week.
He did
They had
on
tracers.
17 when he dumped it in the water. He went to the drop zone, called in a rules official to see if he could
Lift,
drop
clean, and place it.
and then lift, clean, and place. And TC's boy Orlando Pope let us know that is
Yeah, the
above board
lift, clean, and place after a drop is one of the most
in the drop zone.
reprehensible things. In
That's
golf.
that's a lot. That's what I'm saying. The rules, they compound, man. It's complicated. All right.
Sorry, I got a mean cough that is going to be hard to edit around tonight.
So do my children.
Yeah, a lot of that going around. So he makes double on 6, made a great double on 16, if I may say, and then steps up to 17. And I mean, his ball was closer to going out of bounds than it was going in the water on 17.
And we saw the other
Jimmy Stanger.
Jimmy Stanger across.
Well, we hadn't seen a Jimmy Stanger shot in like an hour. It was like, let's go to 17.
Yeah.
It's
I thought
like,
Jimmy
okay.
Stanger stopped playing like professional golf like 3 years.
Yeah, he wasn't in
ago.
the hunt, so it could be a tough
And it
scene.
cleared.
Yeah, there's this guy over. It's over in some guy's backyard, and shout out to Mr. Hoteling.
And then they were saying, like we don't know if that's OB or like even if it isn't OB, he can't get there.
They confirmed it was OB.
It
He
was
made
OB.
triple.
It was, but like these are the dudes that are playing the best. They're playing Sunday afternoon golf on the PGA Tour, hitting some of the worst shots you've ever seen. Meanwhile, Nico Echavarria, he was bogey free the entire weekend. All of a sudden, he's got an opening as he stands in on 17T, and he hits an awesome, maybe a little right of his target, fade 7-iron that stopped 10 feet 5 inches right of the hole. A big ball shot, but now he's putting. He later would say, as Caddy said, like, no, we're putting from the best possible spot on this green. And that thing never left the center of the hole. He makes it. Lowry's standing back on the tee, and all of a sudden that's when he just fanned one right in the middle of the pond. It wasn't even close. Nico win by 2. Shane Lowry had a 3-shot lead on 16 and lost the tournament by 2. Just an absolutely stunning sequence of events.
So just to back up though, Echevarria's shot into 17, that was a miss. Like now Smiley had a good line or some good intel. He was like, Taylor Moore went back to his caddy after he teed off first. He had the honor and said, watch this. Nico's going to fade one in here and try to make birdie. And it's exactly what he did, but you could tell by his reaction afterwards. He was too much fade. Let's put it that way. But
A little close for comfort.
But then he stepped right up and he didn't waste any time sinking that putt.
No, right
straight
in the
up
middle.
the hill.
Played the 18th conservatively, but made par. Lowry needed a hole up bunker shot from the green side bunker. Gave it a great run. Missed the birdie as well to fall back into a T2 and cost himself some money as well. But third career victory for Nico Echavarria. But Lowry's the story, man. I will say we Lowry did do media afterwards. We have a bit of a clip.
Big props.
Big props and a good interview too.
This was well done. We have a 40-ish second clip. We'll play some of that here.
Try to forget it.
Yeah, you have no choice, do you? Like, I have a tee time next Thursday in Bay Hill, and I have no choice but to move on. The hardest thing about today is I've never won in front of my 4-year-old, and she was there waiting for me, and yeah, I only wanted it for her today. I didn't want it for her. I don't care about anything else. Like, I wanted it so bad. Just to see her little ginger head running out on the 18 green would have been the most special thing in the world. But I thought I had it. Thought I was going to win. I mean, I didn't get ahead of myself, but like, I felt so comfortable out there, and then tried to get a lot out of my 3-iron down 16. And did the only thing I couldn't really do.
That last part was well said. Of like, dude, you didn't need to hit an amazing tee shot off 16. If you make a 5 on 16, all you gotta do is hit on dry land on 17. You're still probably gonna win this thing. But
It's got to feel. That's the worst feeling in golf. You have iron in your hand on a tee, or you're trying to lay up basically, and you just hit an awful. Just make
you
a
could
bad
hit a
ball
bad. You
swing.
could hit a bad shot, and
I
it's
know.
still not go in the water. All you do is not like hit the dumbest possible shot.
It's like he
The
wasn't trying to
spinny
be
right
aggressive.
ball.
He's saying I was trying
Right.
to get too much out of a 3-iron. Bad swing. I mean, just so devastating.
The spinny right ball, like that's the most helpless feeling in the world too, when you can feel it sliding across the face and you know it's open.
And then once he got it back, so he drops it, gets it back in play, and then he, pulls one into the green there at 16.
The
You could say
bunker
it's
shot was
overcompensating.
so good though.
So
good.
so bummed he doesn't have to go play
think about this
PGL
though.
tonight.
Echavarria now has as many PGA Tour wins as Shane Lowry.
Wow. They play on different tours for the most part, but the tier system in terms
for sure. But
And
think
the
about
quality
it.
of the
You know, when you
wins,
look
too,
at
like-
the data golf
Sure.
stuff or PGA Tour like
Shane's
career
got a
page, that's
WGC.
well,
Yeah,
we'll get
okay.
there because we're gonna do I'm not gonna call it a deep dive, but I prepared a medium
dive.
rare dive.
A collapse.
Well, I was thinking I had to go back and change it right before we went on here because I was like, oh, after this win,
He's
like, no,
won.
he didn't win. Back up.
That's me in the agenda every single Sunday night. But Jared Lee asked us on Twitter. He said, "Is this the biggest bottle job of the last 5 years? I'm having trouble thinking of any worse than this win from a win probability perspective."
I am too.
I'm sure it's not. I mean, this is still a little raw for us. I'm sure it's not the worst one, but it feels like it in this current moment.
It's almost what Rory did at the Masters, except Rory
Yes.
won last year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
Also,
but
Team
Kiz
Rose
said-
played his butt off down the stretch, and like nobody was coming to
well,
get
so
this.
I would
thing.
say Echavarria played really well down this.
well.
I mean, no bogeys, makes a
66,
big
66.
big ass birdie on 17. You know, just in the jaws of the bear trap. But
Yeah,
the
but-
first time Shane Lowry's gone double on tour.
That's insane.
Has tour
I mean,
cards since
Echevarria
2015.
was 1 under on his last 8 holes. Like, I don't think that's like going and getting it. You know,
Played a nice tournament.
he
but
played really well.
Yeah.
He played nice. I'm just.
I think knowing because you could see with the telecast, he kind of knew what was happening on 16 to then step up, knowing it's like, oh man, I got a shot here, and to do that on 17 is pretty impressive.
the crazy part is Shane played the last 9 in even par with double. That was the first time he's ever made 2 doubles in his PGA Tour career, 2 in a row.
I would
which is
say
crazy.
watching
must credit Neil Schuster.
Yeah, must double animal style. I would say Echevarria looked really smooth and really confident. I watched a lot of golf Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I really like the way like he swings it.
Great
Obviously,
move.
above average putter.
He said afterwards, he told his wife and his financial guy they closed. Well,
but
documented.
we learned he did
Close
close on
on
a
a
house
house
this
on
weekend.
Friday.
TC.
Which I guess he's leaving Jack's. Bummed to hear that, but he said he was going to win this week. So I mean, he's a dude that he's like a miscut guy, and then all of a sudden is in contention. That's going to feeds families very well on the PGA Tour. But third
What
win.
does this get him up to in the OWGR?
Our Nosferatu guy's been hacked. TC, we can't get
Really?
these. Oh yeah, he got absolutely.
hacked?
I don't think he's got his account back. So I don't have the live projections.
I
of
think
what
they
it
already
does.
updated it. Oh no, they didn't. Okay, never mind.
He's in the Masters. We know that.
Yes.
There's a lot of Masters.
He was 58th. He was 59th coming into the week.
okay.
So this
So-
should get him up in the top.
At least
35?
top. Yeah, at least top 40, top 30 probably.
It was, Shane, not like my favorite golfer. It feels like he's always been like, man, that guy looks like he's a ton of fun to have a pint with. But then he's all smiles on 15T when the camera's around, and then he's shooing the camera off on 16 when things are going poorly. Like you said,
Fuck this.
big time shout out to him for doing media. And I thought that was a
Endearing.
really, really good interview that he
Yeah.
did. So I think he stepped up there. But, do you want me to go? You want me to do the medium rare dive?
Yeah, in a second. I think I'm still Team Shane. I feel like the tide
Okay.
has turned on him. I find myself rooting for him. I find him likable. He does a few things. But I don't know Shane very well, but I feel like he could be like, you're acting like a little bitch. And he'd be like, yeah, you're right. I am. I'll be better tomorrow. I think he would take it.
I feel like for
If
the
there's a real
first time, he's
person-
actually gotten better tomorrow.
Yeah.
Instead of like I think a year ago, he would have said, "Fuck this place."
Yeah.
So I felt I hate to say the word excited, but when he hit in the water on 16, I was like, hell yeah, we got a tournament. Because a lot of times this tournament,
doesn't
when it was the
happen.
Honda, it usually gives you a good finish. Now
Par
they've
5,
softened
yeah.
the course. We've heard a lot about the overseed.
the
though,
overseed
this week.
though.
The wind's not blowing, whatever. But when I was like, shit,
Left
we're
to
gonna
the
have a good finish
place.
here, and then it was almost so bad that it wasn't a good finish.
Yeah.
It almost like, oh, dude, stop. Now I'm
That's
not
sad.
having fun. Like I wanted there to be a playoff. You know what I mean? So I felt bad for him coming up 18 when he's trying to hole a bunker shot. It's like that's not.
I just
I
love
thought we were gonna be tied on
volatility.
18.
Like having some volatility down the stretch and big misses. We rarely ever get that because the ball doesn't spin anymore.
Yeah. I have too much. I have a problem. I guess I'm not in a hurry to give whatever this course is called now, PGA National Champion, whatever the course is.
It's the old. It's where It's the previous Frisco for the PGA of America
in the Palm Beaches.
In the Palm Beach, Cognizant, whatever it is. I have trouble crediting it for really much of any of that. 17 and 15 are demanding. 16 is just nobody else in the water.
I think
that was
sweet too. Like you got to make a decision there. Yeah. And when you see those guys like launch a 3-wood that has to fade, try to hit that neck of the fairway into the green. That's a fun finish.
I will say the course had coming off Pebble and Riv that was rain soaked. Like watching the ball hit the green and bounce. The first couple of days of this tournament was like, oh, okay, this is kind of nice. It's still not far from my favorite golf course, but at least the ball was releasing on the greens for the most part. I guess the overseed didn't bother me as much this year as it did last year. It didn't seem to play as big of a factor as it did last year.
Yeah,
it was a turkey shoot last year. But Jake Knapshot, didn't he shoot 59?
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah. I can't keep track of all the 59s.
Definitely more shot value. I think like you had to golf your ball a little bit more this year, but even then, like this place shouldn't be yielding 65s and 66s on the weekends. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to yield anything in the future.
Well, yeah, I mean, is this the last time this event happens?
What's the Cognizant contract? I feel like I should know that answer, but we'll talk about some of this a little later when we get to the Eamon Lynch column that was written this week. I did go back and look. I was like, all right, what happened to this tournament? Like, where did we go wrong? We go back and think like 2012 to 2014 time period, this event was thriving. Tiger
was also so bad before that too. Like when they were at the country club at Mirasol, and like it was about to go belly up, and then they kind of brought it back from the brink, and it got really good, like you said.
2012, Rory won. Tiger was in second. I'll give you $1,000 if you could tell me who also was in second place. You're reading my screens.
I recuse myself.
Tom Gillis and Tiger were runner up to Rory.
No relation to Shane.
But this was like a star-studded event. Like, okay, so why were Tiger and Rory there? I went back and looked at their schedules. Rory had played the match play 2 weeks prior, skipped Mayakoba, obviously, and then played Honda, then played Doral the next week, and then was off until the Masters. He skipped the Transitions, which is now the Valspar, Bay Hill, and Shell Houston.
Shout out to Trevor Immelman, too.
Tiger played Pebble, took a week off, played match play, took a week off, played Honda Doral, week off Bay Hill, week off Masters. So, like, I mean, it's obvious what's happened here. They surrounded this event with the Players and Bay Hill and 2 signature events prior. Like,
so and the Seminole Member Pro tomorrow.
Yeah, which Shane's playing with Ed Hurley tomorrow at like 8:15.
Focus.
At least he's not playing TGL today. So like it was when it had a completely different flow to the calendar, this made sense for a lot of guys to play. And I don't see them prioritizing it. Honda going away. But it's also, if I look at these old schedules from this time period, I'm not like, oh, that was way better. Like I like what currently is happening way better with the signature events that, the back-to-back of Riv and Pebble. Waste Management's taken a huge leap in recent years. Got Bay Hill Players back-to-back. Like, I'd rather do that and have Cognizant be the sacrificial lamb than try to reinvent this tournament that's not a great golf course. Yeah. I do think there should be a great tournament this weekend, like pre-March Madness. Football season obviously over. This seems like a pretty darn prime week that the tour shouldn't punt on. So whatever they end up figuring out, I would think this weekend still needs to be a feature one.
I would say that Jack Nicklaus, he kind of squats on 2 tournaments. Obviously, Memorials.
You have 2 tournaments, you really have one.
But, he likes to get in the booth. He was in the booth on Saturday. He's lived, lived in
Barbara's birthday
down there since 1967.
The big charity is his hospital down there, or the hospital.
Yeah, and which I'm like team charity.
And charity?
I'm team like these tournaments doing stuff for the local community. I'm all about it. But until like as long as Jack's around, I feel like he's probably had a say in the background a little bit. Now I don't think Rolapp's going to care as much. You know what I mean? So I agree with you though on the calendar of like this should be a prime signature event type week. But you have to have an exhale coming off the West Coast swing. It's like this build to Riv. Riv was a bit of a letdown, because it was soft and it didn't play like we want it to. And then it ramps back up with Bay Hill, which is definitely a tier below the Players. And then it's all basically just a sprint to the Masters from there with guys just kind of.
And then you come back now with Doral, late April, early May.
Yeah. So
because that was the
these
thing.
guys have to have an
used to
I
be
don't blame them for skipping this event. Now, if you lock in on this tournament, that was like Shane Lowry versus the Mules. And for me, the reason I got this morning, I just started diving into Shane Lowry's career because like this is a big spot for him, and specifically because his finishes here, he's like the horse for the course. T2, T11, T4, T5, second, T21, T49.
Going backwards.
Yeah. So it's basically like, man, when is he going to win this event? It's his hometown event. You know, he's kind of adopted hometown obviously, but they kept saying that on the broadcast. His whole family's there. And I feel like every year I turn this tournament on, Shane Lowry's in contention and he just can't get it done. And it's just kind of like, it's interesting to me because the field gets worse and worse and he still can't get it done. That's tough.
It's very, very tough. I know I want to get to your medium dive here.
Medium rare dive.
Okay. I want to give a shout out to our friends at SoFi for sponsoring today's episode. They're the all-in-one finance app where you can bank, borrow, and invest. Think about your golf swing. The more you practice, the better it gets. Same goes for your money. By investing consistently over time, you may increase the potential for long-term growth. That's why we love SoFi. They offer all-in-one investing. It's easy to use. You can trade stocks, ETFs, and even get access to IPOs before they hit the exchange with SoFi Securities, or try SoFi's award-winning low-cost robo-advisor through SoFi Wealth. Whether you're an experienced investor or just getting started, SoFi provides tools that can help you stay on top of your financial game and help you reach your ambitions. Head to SoFi.com/NLU to learn more on how to get your money right with SoFi Invest. This is a paid advertisement by SoFi Technologies and is not intended to be financial advice.
Soly would never give financial advice.
Other than you know what, but yes, please. You want to take us to where you want to go next?
Medium rare Lowry.
Okay.
A little bit of pink left in this. I didn't want to go super deep. All right, guys, how old is Shane Lowry? You can't look at my screen.
36.
He's 38 years old.
I was going to say he's older than Rory.
So he's a couple years older than me. It made me feel better because I feel like I've always been like, man, he might be 40. You know, Shane looks like he's weathered, I would say. Turned pro in 2009. Got his PGA Tour card in 2015. Before this win, what were his career earnings?
On the PGA Tour?
This is off the PGA Tour website.
On the PGA Tour.
So PGA Tour.
$36 million.
I'll say $28 million.
$31 million.
Okay.
So he's 52nd on the career money list, right behind, I love this, Corey Connors.
Whoa.
Which is, yeah, man.
That's a lot of
banks
money.
top 10s, man. That's crazy. And just ahead of Hunter Mahan.
Oof.
Mahan kind of balled out before the money got good. I think that's impressive.
Without a really long career.
No, the money had gotten good, but not great.
Not this
great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like Shane has progressively gotten better. And that's what I would give him a ton of credit for. His best seasons have been, you know, he seems like he's just kind of slowly improved, as we'll see.
How many times did Mahan win?
You tell me. I don't know.
We'll do that in the Mahan dive.
6.
Okay. Before today's win, he had 3 PGA Tour wins. Do you guys remember those?
Firestone. WGC.
That's 2015, his first year with his card. He won
one.
by 11. 11 under, excuse me. 2-stroke win over who?
What year?
2015.
Jeff Overton?
No.
Keegan.
Bubba Watson.
Oh, okay.
And the great man, Justin Rose, in third.
Wow.
It was 4 back. I trying
to think where
Rose,
else he
another
won.
God.
He won the Open Championship and he won Zurich.
Those are his 3 wins.
Those are his 3 wins. So
Zurich
2019.
doesn't count.
So 2019, he
PGA
won
Tour.
the Open. 6-shot win. Who was in second?
Tommy.
great man,
Ladd,
Tommy.
Come on.
And who was in third?
Not
Rib?
JB Holmes. He shot like 87 in the
yeah.
final round. Koepka was playing with JB Holmes. Was it Brooks?
That was Big Tone.
Oh, okay.
Big Tone.
Really?
Third in the Open, 2019 Open. And then 2024 Zurich team event with Rory, obviously one in the playoff. 4 international wins, 2022 BMW PGA Championship, the 2019 Abu Dhabi HSBC Championship, 2012 Portugal Masters, and the 2009 Irish Open, National Open winner, TC. I thought you'd respect
And the
that.
Portugal Masters
As an amateur.
is pretty much a national open.
I feel like he's been able to stay relevant over the since the Open. If we're being honest, because he's kind of chunky, Irish, like he just, he's kind of a brand name in golf, right? He's very lovable.
Called him weathered earlier.
Weathered, looks like he's fun to have a pint with. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just being honest, because 3 PGA Tour wins. Like I just said, Echavarria has as many wins as this guy. Like that's crazy to me.
And really, Echavarria has more real wins.
Ryder Cup.
The Open might count for more than
3
one.
appearances in the Ryder Cup. What's his Ryder Cup record?
He is he's 6-4-1.
No, he's 3-3-3.
Okay,
But
And
he's
I
got
know
some big ass moments.
He's got some big ass moments.
most-
and he
most
carried he
president is
carried the
recently.
corpse of Rory around at Whistling Straits.
And he carried the
well,
and he was basically his bodyguard at Bethpage Black,
yeah.
right? Just from a emotional support. Friend.
He did make the interesting comment afterwards. He said to his caddy after he fan in the water, like, how could I handle Bethpage the way I did? And I'm freaking out like this. Like he clearly the moment got to him today, but how did the moment not get to him at Bethpage?
He's been too cognizant of the moment.
He got
Well, they were
cogged.
Bob Rotella was getting a ton of burn on today's telecast, So anyway, he's had a knack for staying relevant without winning much is my point there. So he's had 5 second-place finishes, 4 third-place finishes, 15 top 5s, 34 top 10s, and he's made 157 of 207 cuts over his career. That is 75.8% cut rate over his career. So then I got interested about cut rates. John Rahm is leading at 89.2%.
Again, this is all PGA Tour stuff.
This was from Data Golf.
Okay.
Rory's at 88.4%, just past Tiger.
Neil's mixing his samples.
They're also playing a lot more no cut events, which
For sure. Scotty and Xander are tied at 87.7%. And then some other just names. Colin Morikawa, 83.8%. Big Tone, 78.8%. Brooks is at 76.5%. Ricky at 77.8%. So I was thinking like, oh man, maybe this guy's making a ton of cuts. I mean, not nothing above average. Okay, so here's the I want to play a little game with you guys. So his Data Golf points, like career points list, that career points
It's awesome.
spot. If you're interested, you should go check out Data Golf's career points list.
God,
He's
coming
115th
around.
on the career points list. He has 361.4 career points. So
For those that don't know what that is, you don't need to know. Just like when you do shit, you get points.
Yeah.
When you win, you get
and
points.
it'll make
Like,
sense here. So who I'm going to play a game with you. Who basically is this person ranked higher on the Data Golf career points list right now? And then it's 2-part question. Is this person ranked higher or lower? And who has the better career when they finish?
Okay.
Got that? Shane or Big Tone?
So who has more points as of
first,
right now?
like question 1 is who has more points right now?
Shane or Big Tone?
God, that's
No peeking.
I'm not peeking.
I'll say Big Tone.
I think Shane, the major's got to carry a lot of points.
Big Tone is 109 with 380 points.
What's Shane?
Shane's 115 with 361 points.
Interesting.
Which is interesting to me too. I'm like, damn, I'm not giving Big Tone enough credit.
Thank you. Thank you. God, this is the greatest segment you've ever done, Neil.
I'm like, damn, I hate that. I hate it.
I'm gonna have to audit the hell.
I
out of
hate
this.
it.
What else can we get you to
all right,
come around
Shane,
on?
Shane, hold on.
overseed.
The overseed though. Shane or Russ Henley?
I'll say Russ is above him.
I'll say Russ is above him.
Russ is below him at
Jeez.
139 with 316 points.
Okay.
That's why the Big Tone thing didn't make sense to me.
I guess Russ doesn't have the DP World Tour stuff. That's where he's got that in the tank.
Shane or Brian Harmon?
Shane.
Brian Harmon.
Shane.
I knew it.
LBH is 141 with 314 points, right behind Russ.
I keep thinking these majors are going to account for more than in a system like this. They're not like worth 100 points.
Shane or Patrick Cantlay?
Cantlay.
I mean, Cantlay's won what, like
70
7
times.
times? I'll say Cantlay. Although he doesn't really have any major finishes though.
Yeah.
Cantlay is ranked 95th with 403 career points, 8 PGA Tour wins, and 1 other tour. Has the FedEx Cup win.
Thing.
I mean,
all right. So sorry, I forgot the second part of the question. So, well, we can go back and do it real quick. Who finishes with whose career are you going to want at the end? Shane or Big Tones?
Shane, because he got a major.
Okay.
Shane.
What you think?
Shane.
So you don't think Big Tone's going to win a major? Okay, good. That's on the record.
I'll take Shane.
Okay. What about Russ?
Soly, you don't think Big Tone's going to win a major?
Wow.
I don't think it's Big Tone's going to win a major. No.
Man,
I don't think it's ever been my platform.
it's got too many
You
kids.
have to check the tape.
Damn.
Russ, Shane or Russ?
Shane.
Shane.
Okay.
Although
Shane.
Russ does it. Are we talking about career or who
Yeah,
you would rather be?
Who would you rather be
Yeah.
walking through the airport and nobody recognizes you? Probably Russ.
I
I'd take Russ's career for that reason.
Tell me if I'm playing the game wrong. I'm not answering who's going to have more points. I'm just answering whose career would I rather. Who do I think is going to have a better career? In my opinion.
So I'm making
the
this
open,
confusing.
yeah.
It's like who right now, according to the Data Golf points list, is like has a better career, and then
Who would you take?
the Adam Scott versus Justin Rose, like who's going to have the better career when it's all said and done?
Because I think
that
for
are kinda
me,
equal.
it's like if you don't have a major, I'm going to take Shane's career, like almost over.
A real major.
Yeah.
So then
Not like a Jimmy Walker
the
major.
Shane Brian Harmon question is a good one.
I'll say Shane.
Shane.
You rather have Shane? You think Shane's going to have the better career?
So you said Harmon is ahead of him right now?
Yeah.
Harmon is behind him at 141. Shane's at 115.
I think Shane's got some more juice in the tank.
Yeah.
They're like the same age too, right?
Yeah, they're like kind of good
Shane.
comps, I think. All right, what about Cantlay versus Shane? Who's going to have the better career?
Shane.
You think
I
so?
think Cantlay's body's a ticking time.
Because Cantlay's ahead of him, like well ahead of him right now.
Shane.
Again, but that's where I'm like the major.
Okay.
Cantlay would have to win 2 majors to get to that.
All right, Shane or Colin? Part one, who's ahead in the Data Golf points list right now? Who's had the better career so far?
Shane. Colin's way behind in age.
So Colin's at 119, so he's 4 spots behind at
I
349
want to know how
points.
much work those DP World Tour. Like, are they measuring this on strength of field?
Yeah, there's some.
event?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So Colin has 2 majors, 1 DP World Tour win, and 5 PGA Tour wins.
I mean, Colin blows him away. He's gonna win 8 majors. TC.
Yeah, I'll say Colin.
Yeah, you have to. This is for,
Well, I'm
for
underwater.
your personal
on that.
brand.
I've got all sorts of CDOs and everything against my.
All right,
position.
a couple more. Well, I got 4 more. If that's cool with you guys. Shane or Ricky Fowler? So first off, who's had the better career
Ricky
so
won
far?
a Players, which is
Yeah.
probably getting him a shitload of points. How many times has Ricky won on PGA
6.
Tour?
I can
Plus,
tell
he won
you
the
if
Scottish
you'd like.
Open
if
before
you-
it was co-sanctioned.
So Ricky's had 2 other tour wins, 2 DP World wins, 5 PGA Tour wins. Obviously, no majors.
I'll say Shane just because he's got
Yeah, the major
his
man.
DP World Tour.
I think
wins, too.
Ricky's got more points, but I think Shane is.
Ricky has significantly more
yeah,
points.
yeah,
He's
way more.
51st in the data.
51st.
51st. That shocked me as well on
That's
the Data Golf
crazy.
list.
Wait, how far back is this list going?
It's your whole career.
No, but like in history.
Yeah, good question.
Where does
Because
that
I
start?
also have a whole another
1983.
section. Yeah, 83.
Oh, okay. So we're not okay.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better. That Ricky's
There's-
So like Jack
Yes.
Nicklaus isn't accounted for, but like
There's no golf records prior to 1983.
Okay.
Ray Floyd and Hal Irwin, they're all in there.
Okay.
So
Third leg Greg is in there.
he's in
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Oh yeah. So Ricky, 51st with 544 points.
It's really good. People shit on him.
And
way too
again,
much.
You know, he's really good.
361
Yeah,
points for
no
Shane.
issue
So
there.
like that's a a significant hurdle. Now, moving forward, and Ricky's 37. You think of Pretty Ricky as a little younger than that. He's not. He's 2 years younger than, or I guess 1 year younger than Shane. Who do you think finishes with the better career?
I'll say Ricky because he's got so much left. I think Ricky's gonna I
But you're
think he's
saying
gonna
that one
play
major.
deep
But I
into
don't-
his
yeah.
career.
I don't think he's going to win a major though.
Well, yeah, but the question was who's gonna finish with more Data Golf points.
Well, it's more the
He did
game
not
is
clarify that.
no, I didn't clarify that, but
But you just asked it differently that time.
all right. So Shane's not going to finish more Data Golf points. It's kind of like at the end of the day, who are you going to look back and say had the better career? Like because there is an eye test involved in better career.
I
right?
know that's tough. Like I would say Ricky's the better player, but like Shane's resume is going to be stronger because of the major.
And
hard.
Ricky's racking up points on top fives and
Yeah.
majors, right?
He consistently beats Shane at golf on the golf course.
All right. This is one of my favorites: Shane Lowry or Lucas Glover.
Shane,
Do you think Shane's higher
yeah,
on the Data Golf list?
I do.
TC.
They got to be really close. Those are like 2 pretty comparable careers,
God, Lucas won a major. I forgot about that.
right?
He did win a major.
And he won
But Shane's still higher. Shane, I'm confident.
What do you got, TC?
I bet they're like within 3 or 4 of each other.
Lucas Glover is 108 on the list. Shane Lowry is 115.
Dang it!
Lucas Glover has 1 other tour win, 5 PGA Tour wins, and 1 major. He's 46.
He's got 8 years
Yeah.
on him.
So,
Shane's gonna
Shane's the answer there.
okay. Shane or Billy Ho?
I mean, Shane's ahead of him right now. Like, I think those are like the closest.
So Shane's
comps
ahead
as
of
far
him
as
on
approach play and the way that they play the game.
Shane's ahead of him on data golf points.
I would say so, right?
What do you got?
I would say so, but you're very provocative in the way
I'm
you
just
asked
asking-
that.
I'm
So
just asking the
I
question.
want to
Yeah,
think
you're
that
leading
you're
the
not.
witness.
I'm
here.
just asking the question.
I would say Shane is ahead for sure.
Billy Ho is one spot ahead of him.
Wow.
Billy Ho is 114 on the list.
Okay.
With 365 points. So he's 4
overseed,
points.
though.
But the overseed. So today, maybe today bumps him up. I don't know how the points will react to this. Billy Ho's 39. He has 8 PGA Tour wins, which is honestly more than I thought.
Billy Ho's got 8
He's
wins.
got 8 PGA Tour wins. He's got
Whoa.
2 DP World Tour wins and a FedEx Cup. He's got a fucking solid
He
resume.
went fucking
He
ham
did.
for a couple of years.
2014.
But he
was
doesn't have a
nuts.
Ryder Cup appearance, which I think is a huge reason Shane's
Yeah,
a brand
yeah.
name,
Yeah.
well
right?
said.
Like none of this takes into
You don't
account
get
Ryder
any
Cups.
Ryder Cup points for data golf.
I don't think so
No.
on the career list, right? Yeah, it's other tours count. So Corn Ferry, if you won on the Corn Ferry, and then they have DP World wins, they have PGA Tour wins, and they have majors.
Okay.
Yeah. So Billy Ho's, I'm like, damn, he's kind of like quietly put together a blue collar career there. Okay, last one: Shane Lowry or Kevin Na?
Shane, but this is a suspicious.
You're
one.
wrong.
I know.
Kevin Na is 42. He's 103
I
on the
would
data
down
golf
with
Data
Shane.
points
golf,
list.
clean your stuff
He's
up.
got
This is
390
ridiculous.
points. He's got 5 PGA Tour wins, 1 Corn Ferry Tour win.
What about like Shane versus?
So-
Obviously, Shane's going to have a better
Bryson.
career. Bryson's slightly higher.
How does data golf treat live?
So I could tell you, they break it out by event. They show you exactly how many points they give for every event. So when Bryson's
Bryson's
won
at
Korea,
102.
Bryson won Korea. He got 6.3 points for that. When he was T2 at the PGA, he got 11 points for that. So it's and like Shane got 28 points when he won the Open Championship in there. So it's a good system. It's the only thing I don't like about it is just it's really hard to compare players of different ages
Yeah.
because of how long they've been at it.
Well, so
And-
All right, let me
funny
pull
you
this
say
thing
that. Then I'm thinking, who's a good historical comp for Lowry? So again, Lowry's ranked 115th. This kind of has historical comp. So to your point, maybe not as good at doing this, but do you guys have any? Would you propose a historical comp to Lowry? I have a list of 6 of them here that I'm gonna say like kind of the same game, like who's had a better career so far, who's high. I'm gonna use this list as my barometer, basically.
okay.
Jeff
Just gives it-
Ogilvy feels
Ogilvy's
kind
a
of
pretty good one, TC.
like one major.
Yeah.
So
Didn't win a
Ogilvy wasn't on my
bunch.
list, but he is at 99. So he's higher than Lowry. Ogilvy had 7 PGA Tour wins and 1 major.
I mean, honestly, like GMAC, one major,
I'd have to find him.
won a few times on each tour.
McDowell is 97.
Mm.
9 DP World Tour wins,
Really
3
good comp.
PGA Tour and 1 major. That's 400 points. So that's a really good one.
Stenson.
Stenson wasn't on my list
Stenson
either.
won one more.
He won
Stenson's
one
at
DP.
31.
there.
Damn. He
Whoa,
had
okay.
9 DP World,
Take that back.
2 other tours, 5 PGA Tour, and 1 major. That's
But he
640
cleaned up
data
in
golf
like
points.
majors that he didn't win. Like
Yeah.
there's got to be somewhere like a Ian Woosnam or Sandy Lyle or something like
No
that.
peeking.
I'm
You're peeking.
just wondering how
You-
long
this
the segment's
guy's
going to
peeking.
take. I'm
Do
done
you want me
with
to
the
wrap
game.
it up? We don't
A
have to do
little
the.
bit.
Okay. Thomas Bjorn,
Okay,
I like that.
116.
Yeah.
So
That's
he's
good comp.
right behind him. 15, no PGA Tour wins. 15 DP World wins.
All right, I got one for you. Where's Stu Sink?
Good one. He's on my list. 35th. He has
35th?
634 career points. The guy had 8 worldwide wins, 7 PGA Tour, and 1 major. Stu Sink does not get enough credit in this world.
Does not have unfinished business. But so I'm saying it's like 12 years from now, like Stu Sink's in his 50s now. Like it might be a different, I mean, Lowry's got a long,
All right,
it's
what
hard to
about-
play that game.
So same game. Is Hale Irwin higher or lower in data golf points?
Higher.
Higher.
I mean, he won what? 2 U.S. Opens and
Yeah, but a couple of those were pre 83. So I don't know how they count it. Like I don't know.
He's
if that's
130.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's
not that's
bullshit.
incomplete though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we won't go. And then Raymond Ford was 131. He had
Incomplete.
3. He only had 3 PGA Tour wins, but he played on 8 Ryder Cup teams.
Yeah.
That's wild.
He only had 3 tour wins post 83.
I think another good comp is Darren Clark, 79th on data golf.
Okay.
He had 11 Euro or DP World wins, 2 PGA, and 1 major. I think that's probably and you know who doesn't get enough credit? David Toms. 33rd.
Tom's won a lot.
He won so much money.
7 worldwide, 12 PGA Tour events, and 1 major.
Like
I was
good,
like,
like
damn.
good PGA Tour event.
Anyway, sorry, I dragged that on way too long. Please continue.
Whose career would you rather have? Shane. Setting aside.
I'll give TC the last
It's
word.
this guy's naming dudes here tonight.
Now it is guy's name.
45 minutes into this thing. Setting aside criminality and things of that nature. Angel Cabrera or Shane Lowry?
Who has more?
Because they're kind of similar careers, right?
Cabrera's behind him. Doesn't have his.
But I'm saying whose career would you rather have?
Neil's Bible is the data golf points test. He doesn't give a fuck.
Well, that's what I'm going off of. No, there is an eye test. There's definitely an eye test. I mean, I'd rather have Cabrera's career for sure. 2 majors.
Our little data boy.
You get to go to the Masters Champions dinner.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to do bad stuff. But
I was wondering why you were hesitating there, TC. Oh, criminality aside. Oh, no. Where is he?
Alleged criminality, yeah. Anyway, let's get this thing back on the rails.
All right. I'm sorry. That
wasn't medium rare.
I kind of burnt that one.
That was well done.
Yeah. But it was fun.
Yeah, he went for criminality. I was like, oh, I hope he's trusted in his gut with this one, and he did. Speaking of gut health, listen, travel makes it really easy to fall off your wellness routine. Airports, hotel rooms, long days at the course. It's not exactly ideal for powders or complicated supplement stacks. I need something that fits in my bag, in my golf bag, without slowing me down, and this is where Gruns comes in. Gruns are a convenient, comprehensive formula packed into a snack pack of gummies a day. This isn't a multivitamin, a greens gummy, or a prebiotic. It's all of those things and then some at a fraction of the price. And bonus, it tastes great. I look forward to eating these every single day.
I hadn't eaten my Gruns yet. Should I keep them in my backpack? Here we go.
They're super, super easy. The generic multivitamins only contain 7 to 9 vitamins. Gruns have 20 plus vitamins and minerals and 60 ingredients, which include nutrient-dense and whole foods. They have low sugar or sugar-free options. Who doesn't want some help in staying regular? Gruns includes 6 grams of prebiotic fiber, which is 3 times the amount of dietary fiber compared to the leading greens powders, and more than 2 cups of broccoli. Who wants to actually eat the broccoli? Just put the Gruns snacks right in your mouth. Save up to 52% off with code NLU at gruns.co. That's NLU at Gruns, GRUNS.co. Check it out. They're awesome. Great golf snack.
Like when they said, hey, we want to advertise with you guys. My wife was like, wait, Gruns, like that's the stuff we've been buying for the family for the last couple of years. So
I have them by my desk.
Yeah,
it is a nice little.
And they're like legit delicious.
Yeah. TC, you want to go down the board at all?
I would love to go down the board.
Are we going to get a Fedora 5 today?
We're not going to get a Fedora 5.
You told the people there would be one.
The conditions just weren't right.
Okay.
Again,
like
Mavericks. It's like the wave.
We had some disappointing national opens and just people like not playing.
Disappointing.
Not hot.
I don't know, man. Our guy at the South African Open,
he topped one.
He's still kind of won. He won back-to-back events.
Back-to-back
national opens doesn't get you a look for the Fedora 5.
He's 22, but there's some concerning things. There was some TIO there down the stretch.
No.
It was bad. It was bad.
I don't know. He's got whiffs of the kid though. At that age, with that bad of a Nike shirt on, he's club twirling down the stretch like champagne shower on the 18th green.
Player. Listen,
what a delightful viewing.
That was good. That was good viewing.
Morning.
It was a lightning delay when he got to 18. I had to sit and wait. Then he got to the top of his swings. He said somebody laughed at the top of his swing. It must have been a really bad backswing. And he legitimately topped it. It said 17-foot apex, but the people on the rope line were like jumping back as in almost got hit.
That's unbecoming of the Fedora 5. We can't have that.
It barely landed in the fairway.
Hasn't topped one or shanked one. Like I think that should almost be like he went back to back despite a top.
Soly was complaining on Slack today about how it's the same guys every single week on the DP World Tour.
Is.
Henny Duplessis, things of that nature.
Henny Duplessis, I think it's Duplessis, I believe, but I could be very wrong, of course. He won $100,000 for setting the course record. Did you see that?
I didn't.
That's like the Lehman Brothers. They were going to give him a treasury.
It's wonderfully weird tour, but it is just like, really, that guy again, unbelievable.
Yeah, it's feeling a little bit like. It was good to see Eddie Pepperell. Wait, which leaderboard am I going down?
We're on South Africa.
I'm sorry. I
Adrian Otague, who's now from the UAE, not from Spain. He's from the UAE now.
Really?
Yeah. Rafa Cabrera sighting as well. Eddie Pepperell played quite well.
So we're going down the South African.
Sure. We are going down the South African. We're going to go back. Let's go back to the Cognizant.
We'll come back.
We'll go down that leaderboard.
We're just going to bounce around the world.
Yeah, Taylor Moore gets into the Aon 5. We had 2 Højgaards in the top 10, Sally, Rasmus and Nikolai. Nikolai was T6. He finished 66-65 on the weekend. Rasmus 66-67 on the weekend. Ricky Castillo. I still don't know why his name is pronounced that way, but
Filipino.
It is correct.
Yep.
Austin Smotherman, we talked about him earlier. William Mao, the chairman.
The chairman.
T6 for him. Keith Mitchell gets into the Aon swing 5. That gets him into Bay Hill.
The Pineapple
Brooks,
5.
65, final round. What do you think? Was battling to make the cut after an opening round 74.
Good weekend.
Shot 66 on Friday. It's a ICU player. Okay. I mean, like, the bar's pretty low for him right now. I think when he was on his way back, I think we all voiced our concerns when we were in the DR of like, the guy's game sucks right now. Like, this is not like, he's not going to waltz back in here and be dominating right away. And it's not been pretty so far, but it's a sign of life. It was mostly putting, if I have it right. So it's, sustainability models might be a little bit concerned with that. But good to see Brooks playing good golf. It's not fun to watch him play poor golf. He was 15th in putting this week, but the putting's been really, really bad. And he's using a mallet now, which is just really bizarre to see Koepka with a mallet. But
he said he hated POA on the West Coast. Is that right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
If you get on a bad,
that's a home game for him. He's local.
Yeah.
Get on a bad POA run, but just good to see. Interesting to see. Take note. Who knows what it means? But
and good to see Keith Mitchell finish off a tournament. I feel like he's turning into I always see him on the leaderboard on Thursdays and Fridays, and then you go check the scores afterwards, like 20, 30s,
It's all those restaurants, man. I mean, what do you think?
I don't know. I root for
Get some great yellow pants on today. He didn't have the deep placket though on his shirt, like the one that goes all the way down to almost his waist. Saw this guy Matty Schmid, T9. Joel Damon, T9. Good to see Joel playing well.
Joel finished a shot out of getting the Aon Swing 5 and getting into Bay Hill.
Yeah.
How about Max?
Yeah, Max.
Signs of life. I love it.
Yeah, 66, 69, 67. Patton Kazire, kind of back from oblivion. He played quite well. T13. AJ Ewart, Canadian guy. I don't know too much about him. Who's playing good golf as a rookie, Soly? Sudarshan Yelamaraju.
Well done.
Oh, really?
Well done.
Yes, he's up to 62nd in the FedEx Cup, and he's just kind of consistently showing up. So he's got a cool story, and he was one of the more interesting guys coming off Korn Ferry Tour last year. Christopher Raitan, Takumi Kanaya, Marty Doe.
All right,
all of them finished in the top 20. Ryan Gerard, who was the pre-tournament favorite, finished T23. Adrian Dumont de Chessart, third round 65. He's starting to.
What other rounds? Do you have any other rounds?
71, 65.
I also I want to call out. I changed it in the notes. Soly had Joe Highsmith missing the cut. He actually made the cut. He made birdie on 18 to make the cut, but he finished.
Joe the show.
He was one of the ones that made the cut that moved the cut line. So I think the note in there.
No, you had him like MC. He had him in the MC.
No. Category. The note says those three guys had final closing great rounds, great finishes on Friday that moved the cut line.
We're just getting word that Joe Highsmith moved the cut line.
I'm not letting you correct me again here.
Joe Highsmith moved the cut line, but he did finish dead last.
Notable MCs.
Was that the only thing you put in the notes?
No, I put the Shane Lowry stuff in there too.
Notable MCs.
I think I put a lot in there.
Gordon Sargent, Blades Brown. We're kind of the youth movement is on hold right now.
Data Golf had I don't think we're going to break this down too much. Data Golf had a great thing in their newsletter, just kind of looking at who's hoovering up these vaunted Data Golf points. Long story short, like there's an interesting chart in it that shows how much like the 25 and under guys were hoovering up points as of like 2017. I mean, if you think of like when we started taking.
Who was the kid in 2017? DC.
Who was the kid?
2015 to 2017.
Like Speed.
Yes, it's easy answer. Who's the kid?
It's not a trick question.
That's it.
JT?
JT, Spieth.
I mean, they were just so they were basically earning 22.5% of the points in 2017. That number is getting way back down closer to 10%. Now,
I think some of that is due to like these fitness regimens and the longevity stuff of like the way that guys are taking care of their bodies and the recovery and all of that stuff.
I'd have to study this just a little bit longer, but I think this just has more of something to do with like it being a unique class of guys that came out that was taking over between like 2014 and 2017 that, took advantage of a little gap, in at the ages above them at that certain time. But then those guys are also like not necessarily Spieth and JT, but all those guys just like as they get older. Now, these younger guys have to deal with this class above them that is way stronger than what JT and Spieth had to deal with, and it just there's more of an irregularity that you see from those young guys in that period than it is like this current crop sucks. Like this current crop is just more in line with the previous 20 years before that great class of JT Spieth.
There was a spike,
yes,
with that class.
We do have some.
Well, but then you had Hovland,
but
Morikawa,
but like you
Wolf, but then they didn't sustain it,
right? But then now they're over 25, and so
it seems like the young guys that there are all international too that are actually doing stuff, right? Like there's some young
Ludwig,
South African guys.
Now he's over 25 now, isn't he?
Of course he is.
But like there's young Australians, young South Africans, young Spaniards. As well. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's just it's just
is
like
college golf overrated?
Well, it's just like the best players now, like best young players, just aren't that good. Like the Højgaard twins are good, and like they're
I think
young.
Koivin's going to be really good.
That's kind of the prediction they make at the end is like Koivin's the best amateur they've seen since 2010, I think it was.
That's why
to
he's
say
in the Fedora 5.
He's one of the guys that has a chance to kind of to buck that trend. But I thought it was interesting. Check that out, the Data Golf newsletter.
Data Golf, I got another shout out for their newsletter this week too. It said, "Bombers beware. An underrated trend in professional golf is how many of the biggest events are played at courses that favor driving accuracy. Since the introduction of signature events in 2023, all of the top players on the PGA Tour now play venues like Pebble Beach, Harbor Town, and TPC River Highlands. This is in addition to courses like TPC Sawgrass, Muirfield Village, and Eastlake, which have always hosted strong fields in favor of accuracy over distance, although that may no longer be true at Eastlake. In 2025, the only non-major venues that hosted strong fields and favored bombers were Torrey Pines, in place of Riviera, and Caves Valley, which is not a regular tour stop. 2026, however, we will see the return of Doral and Quail Hollow to the PGA Tour's signature rotation. Both setups bombers should enjoy. Even the majors this year are more accuracy with Shinnecock, Royal Birkdale, and Aronimink.
Aronimink plays neutral.
Yeah,
we were expecting, but yeah.
So,
but yeah, I'm kind of embarrassed. I never thought of that. Of like, the signature, the signature events don't go to just the Bombers Paradise golf courses. It's honestly, it was a good thing they pointed out.
On that note, I would love to get like a BSI watch list.
Ooh, I like
that.
Like
who's on the watch list, and I had a couple names. So
top 10 most wanted.
Michael
list.
Brennan.
No, he's not.
He's not a ball speed imposter.
No, he's really, really good off the tee. I think it's just.
Are we sure?
Soly's pulling some stuff up here.
Yeah, I mean, his shot
in the lab
shot profile doesn't look real good.
I'm I just want to let you know, just alert to you, just a concerning amount of BS.
I want to screenshot
love.
that. Maybe we can throw it in the YouTube video.
A concerning amount of I look at that and say he's an accurate driver.
Yeah,
really long and accurate driver.
Which is really good. But we're seeing some holes in the putting and around the greens.
I'm concerned with how many.
How's the approach play?
Tour average.
I'm concerned with how much you are falling in love with BSIs across the board.
There's whiffs of it, TC.
Well, you guys said I was falling in love with Marco Penge. I've been falling in love with Marco
so that
Penge.
Was
I just heard that he was a, quote, flashy wide boy. And I was intrigued about that.
Is he on the watch list?
Yeah, I think Penge is probably on the watch list.
That's
what I saw.
Is Potkeeter on the watch list?
Oh, Potkeeter's like
he's
number 2.
He's already on the monkey bars.
It's like Cam Champ is like the permanent like number 1, like the KSM.
Okay, so we got Cam Champ, Taylor Pendrith, I believe has always been a BSI.
Pendrith, but Pendrith.
But you gotta stick with guys that he loves.
And just to define it, ball speed imposter is like guys that can just hit it really far but aren't good at golf.
Yeah.
Like their distance specifically keeps them in it.
I got a I got a DM on Instagram earlier this week from a guy. Let me pull this up.
Because whenever I hear him say, "Yeah, that guy's a BS,"
He said, "Random question."
It makes me laugh because I'm like, I'm like, what is it?
He said,
Like, I don't
quote,
really know what it
random
is.
question, but why do you not like the ball speed imposter guys? What makes their game so much worse than everyone else? Like, I really like Cam Champ, and he's one guy I've heard you say you don't like. I just wonder why you don't like him. Like he is someone I feel could be really good if he got better in some area of his game. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I just like he's got one point. Really good skill, and I just don't think he's a good golfer beyond that. Like Ryan Brem, again, you know.
Brian Fox. I thought that's what you were going to say.
Foxy's a shot maker.
Foxy's accuracy is tough. When
his accuracy is tough,
it's all of the Hoy guards.
We'll get there in the future.
All right, so Pock Eater's like he's on the.
Yeah, but Pock Eater's only 21 or 22. Like I think he could.
TC needs to make a better. BSI deck of cards.
Yeah. Like the ace of spades.
Yeah. So would Pock Eater be an ace of some kind?
It's tough to judge Pock. Like when I don't think Pock Eater's fully baked yet.
Okay,
if that makes sense.
Sure.
All right,
let's. Christo Lamprecht, he's in there for sure.
Okay.
I'm going to move us along here, if you don't mind.
Can we talk about some overseed, please?
Sure.
Billy Ho. Can we just talk Billy Ho?
Sure. The Billy Ho section of the pod. What do you got?
Well, he got into it with a fan.
Yep.
Which I watched live.
Which was sick.
Which was really sick.
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah. Take us through it.
So, I mean, it's all over the interwebs, but he's trying to flop one up.
He had a bad shot.
Was it behind 16?
Yeah, it was long left of 16. He had hit a bad shot into 15. He was cruising. He was like 5 or 6 under for the tournament.
And he tries to flop one up, but he hits it like doesn't even bounce, hits it right in the water.
And he got TIO relief, and he had to drop it in the thing. And then it was kind of a bare half overseed, half Bermuda lie. And then he hit.
So it sounds like you couldn't really hear it on the broadcast. You can only hear what Billy was saying, but it sounds like somebody was chirping to him about the overseed, and he was like, check the transcript, man. I was talking about how great I love this place, how great the course was. And the guy, it sounds like the fan was saying, you were talking shit about our course or whatever. It was kind of a classic. Like these players hits a bad shot. It's like looking for anything to blame it on. Like, but what did he say? He said like,
must feel good about yourself.
You must feel good saying that. Must make you feel good about yourself saying stuff like that, man. So then that kind of ended Billy's week. Because he kind of had it, like you said, he kind of had it.
He had kind of a meltdown, barely made the cut, and then ended up. But he had this long diet, like a 3-minute diatribe about the overseed, which he was on the right side of things.
It's on the right side of history.
Yeah.
As far as like, hey, like I don't know why we're overseeding this place. But he blamed it on the wrong people. He blamed it on ownership of the golf course of PGA National, which is some British private equity firm that purchased it a year or two ago, and. He was like they basically want it green and lush, and they're trying to squeeze tournament, squeeze tourist dollars out of it. From everything that I've heard over the last 18 months, the PGA Tour does not want to throttle these guys 3 weeks in a row between Honda, Bay Hill, Players Championship, and if they
Players isn't that hard.
Yeah, but like it's a test still, right? And so if they set this thing up hard, they're going to scare off, the good players that may show up that aren't showing up anyway.
I know, it's almost like, man, you already lost that battle.
And so that's the thing. It's like this place is just like the whole point of it is like carnage, and it's
at this point they should lean into it.
Yeah. So I think that Billy's right on that front. I started jousting with him a little bit on. Well, there's another course in Florida that's your home course that also overseeds like egregious, way overseeds. We got going back and forth on that. I don't think it's realistic to not overseed TPC.
TC was just chumming the waters. Come on, I wasn't serious, Billy. Come on.
But it was a good back and forth. I appreciated Billy addressing it, even though I don't think that like this tournament's run by PGA Tour Championship Management. Like, and there's stuff in the contract that they have with the course where like they can set it up and dictate how things go as far as setup goes. And I don't think the tour is like lobbying to not overseed the Cognizant Classic, which is the frustrating part.
I get to the point of the of the Tommy Lee Jones dream. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care whose fault it is. I just, I don't know. I'm also just on like this sinking ship of a tournament is something that I can't muster up enough energy to because like, there's always a reason why. And you said the reason why of like not wanting to beat the guys up, 3 weeks in a row and try to protect the field or whatnot. But I care a lot more about this issue like 2 weeks from now with the players, where it has a very, very, very deep effect on the way the golf tournament is played from a balls approaching the green standpoint.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, it didn't affect my viewing as much on the early part of this week as much as I thought it would. To last year,
it's been a really dry year down there so far.
The greens were good prior to the rainstorm Saturday, and I thought the golf was good prior to it, so it just didn't bother me nearly as much. But like they've not figured out the overseed at the players to the point where you got mud balls on when there hasn't been any rain on Thursday rounds, and just balls backing up on.
It sounds like they're conscientious of like,
hey,
we want to. I think that needs to go hand in hand with this whole like, all right, if you guys are going to do this major push, which is a separate thing and not a good idea, and the commercials
very stupid,
horrible.
God, I said at TC today, watching like these commercials suck, man.
But I do think like, all right, if you're going to do that, then like at least set it up like a major and bring the collars down and make the greens firmer. And like, if it looks a little bit less green, let's say you drop,
so be it.
Like,
spray paint
normal overseed instead of 7X.
It's all about the color of the grass. Like if you really get down to it, it's like we just want it to look green.
You know
on
why?
TV.
You know why?
Because of Augusta. I know.
Well, yeah, they have a hard on for Augusta, but also like, all right, your product is like balls running in the water and guys struggling and like not knowing what's
I know the whole commercial's
next.
about balls bouncing on 17, the island green, how hard it is.
And unless they put the
creating this collar of rough
back left, they don't get that on 17, because it's like there's something to stop the balls from running into the water. Anyway, we can get there in the next couple weeks. I just thought it was interesting.
Here's what I do want to say about Billy Ho. I know everyone's like, man, I wish he would stop talking.
No,
I'm like, no, I want him to keep. It's refreshing. I like. It's like I don't want to discourage him. I wish more guys would speak their mind like that. Now, does he say some stuff that's like inaccurate? For sure, but like
we need that.
I appreciate him getting up in front of the mic and being like, and he went out of his way to say he really likes that course, likes the tournament, makes a point to come play it.
Yeah.
But I wish they didn't overseed it. I have no issue.
It's his hometown event.
F that guy in the stands if he was chirping him. That guy didn't listen to the whole quote.
Yeah. What's your Norin take? The guy had the high ground.
Yeah, he did have the high ground on him.
You can't give up the high ground.
We had a Will Zalatoris WD.
Not good.
We had a bunch of WDs.
It was not back related. I think it was ankle related. Though.
Okay.
That's what I heard.
Okay.
I hope that's what I read right. But the Aon next 10 that are getting into Bay Hill: Jake Knapp, Nico Echavarria, obviously Minwoo Lee, Pearson Coody, Ryo Hisasune, Adam Scott, Aldrich Paltgeter, Austin Smotherman, Matt McCarty, and Sahith Theegala. And the Pineapple 5 are Nikolai Højgaard, Patrick Rogers, Taylor Moore, Andrew Putnam, and Keith Mitchell.
You gotta love Sahith.
Pineapple 5.
Parlay in that Aon next those sponsor invites into an Aon.
Andrew Putnam.
That's what you got to do, man. You get an opportunity. You got to parlay it into one of the swing fives.
I looked that up. Andrew Putnam was T2 at the Amex, and this is the Pineapple 5 this week is the top 5 from the Sony Open, Amex, Farmers, Waste Management, and Cognizant Classic. Now, if you're in the next 10, you're not going to show up in the Pineapple 5.
Oh my God, this is so confusing.
No, people really care about this. Okay, people are really upset about the closed shop, Neil. They're very upset. So people have been tracking this. The amount of tension over that final Pineapple 5 spot in the round today was palpable on TV. It was unbelievable. There's so many people that were super into it.
And Damon missed it.
And then we've got
he needed to birdie the last.
We've got
into the Pineapple 5.
Yeah.
But he's not even in the next 10.
The next 10's above the Pineapple 5.
Okay. So the next 10
is the top 10
like
of the FedEx Cup.
Your next 10, you are in the catbird seat. That's a good thing.
The current FedEx Cup, like if you're not already in the top 10 of the FedEx Cup, are the next 10.
Okay.
And the 5 is swing 5 is like who's the
swing
Fedora
5, not the Fedora 5.
Yeah, the swingers 5.
Oh, that's why you're
I mean,
calling it the
Damon's up to 40.
pineapple.
Oh.
I thought it was Sony. I was like, what are you talking about, Hawaii?
Damon's up to
Yeah,
43rd in the
Gnomes. You
FedEx
should call it
Cup.
Gnome 5. Put the
So if
gnomes
you're
in your
Damon,
yard.
do you go to Puerto Rico this week? Like the Puerto Rico field's going to get extra.
But
bleak
Damon
this
won in
week.
Puerto Rico, didn't he?
I think he won at Punta Cana,
Okay.
Yeah.
DR.
What? Remember
We
the
got
hit,
like Scott
wind blew his
Piercy getting
hat
into
off.
Puerto
That was in
Rico
Punta
this
Cana.
week.
That's Punta Cana.
And we got Spieth got a sponsor exemption into Bay Hill.
I thought he got in.
Or did he get in on his own?
No, he did get a sponsor exemption to Bay Hill. I think you're right. You're right.
Okay. So
I can't
cue
keep
that we
track.
can do the whole outrage thing.
Yeah,
on
we
that
can be
this week.
very upset about this. Let's skip past.
Sorry, we digressed in your podcast, Soly.
This has been.
There's no Fedora 5 this week, so we had to.
Yeah. We had a medium rare Shane Lowry.
Eamon Lynch had a
Dive.
great article this week on Golf Week talking about. Eamon's really good at just like dropping an article with like that is just dripping with he knows way more than he's reporting in this. But if you
For sure.
just read between the lines of things, it almost always plays out exactly what he implies how it might play out. Said there was a meeting on Tuesday of the Future Competition Committee chaired by Tiger Woods and charged with determining the future structure of the tour. It's expected that Brian Rolapp will announce the panel's proposal during the Players next month, at which point speculation and rumor will yield to concrete concepts and most likely contentiousness. The process to actually implement any change will be lengthy and complicated, but the unavoidable first step involves the CEO delivering uncomfortable news to almost all of his stakeholders.
Except the top players.
Yeah.
He made it a point. Like he said in that column, he's like, notice who I didn't point out as stakeholders who are going to be affected by this.
The top players.
Yeah.
Which is how it should be. Your top producers are like.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of this. I'll read a few more things from him. We can talk about it. But he said it's apparent that the tour plans to anchor its business around a limited schedule of elevated events featuring its most bankable stars held whenever possible in the largest media markets. This week's tournament, lacking stars and in the 39th ranked market, can be admitted as evidence supporting that strategic change. He said the dilemma Rolapp faces is that weeks like this are necessary for his members, but dilutive to his business. He really oversees two products, one for elite stars, which commands far superior broadcast ratings, and the other for jobbing golfers. Both will survive in altered forms, but only one can be foundational in a for-profit world. That will mean tiering the tour, establishing an aspirational strata for the best and an undercard level for the rest, one that promotes high performers and relegates mediocrity, a secondary tier of tournaments that would have to carry the PGA Tour imprimatur and stand above the existing minor league Korn Ferry Tour, which is, pretty much exactly what we've been saying.
Loud.
Exactly what we've been saying, though, of like, there's a championship level, there's a secondary PGA Tour, and then there's the Korn Ferry Tour. And how that all works, one thing I would like them to figure out is having interchangeability between the Korn Ferry Tour and the PGA Tour. I don't think guys should have to decide where to make starts, like a Blades Brown. And
Some guys can't even, like, you can't, if you're eligible for the PGA Tour event that week, you have to play that event, even if you're like, no, I want to play Korn Ferry Tour all season because that's how I'm going to get back to the tour is through that point system. You can't do it. You have to.
I could be wrong on this, but I think that works for certain categories.
Okay.
Like more veteran, like if you're a veteran player,
Fully vested or something.
yeah,
like that.
you can't drop down. I don't know exactly how that works.
So my business question to this is it feels like for the past 10, 15 years, the tour's been built on until the signature. So let me rephrase that. Until the signature event stuff came around, it was kind of like all the tournaments you're asking the sponsors to pay about the same amount, maybe plus or minus a little bit for playoffs and, some type of like cachet.
That's not the last 10 or 15 years. That's like the entire basis of Tim Fincham's entire tour.
Yeah. So it's like almost like, hey,
everything is equal.
If you're John Deere, you're paying just as much as Genesis.
Close enough.
Close enough.
Yeah,
where it's like within the same, plus or minus. So now from a business model standpoint, you're going to flip. If you flip this, you're going to say Cognizant's going to be like, well, if I'm sticking around, like I better get a deal here because you just made me the minor leagues basically. And so then you got to go to AT&T and say, you got to make up the gap, right?
That's what's going on now with the signature events, right? The signature event cost is 2.5 times at least what the Cognizant cost is.
Yeah, so they're already doing it.
It's already happening, yeah. But
then
that might
go back
that
to
might
the
get bigger.
Networks and say
that's the bigger concern here is like they've sold to the networks here. We're going to put golf. Like the whole thing with selling to CBS and NBC, it's like is sports programming for the
Same
right
week to
audience
week.
every single weekend,
Yeah.
like every one. And now you're basically going to go back and say like, this isn't, especially for NBC, like you look at NBC's slate of signature events and big events compared to CBS's right now. CBS gets all the good events. NBC gets the Players and Bay Hill. And that's essentially it. They're getting one more this year, right? Because maybe they're getting Doral. I forget exactly how that one shakes out. In Super Bowl years, it might play out differently as well, but that's going to be the hardest sell, I think. And it's going to be really interesting how he navigates this, because I think if you were starting from scratch, this is what the PGA Tour would look like in terms of if you're making it a media product now. What we've seen, what we've talked about a ton over the years is the tour is just like a bunch of patched together events and a really tightly interwoven underpinned structure underneath of it that is hard to unwind and like make into something very clean and not have a bunch of stuff fall out the bottom. Like certain events that have been around for a long time could end up falling out the bottom if you don't juggle all of the things you need to get moved. If you need to move Pebble to August and Riv to August, and so what are you doing now in February? Oh, this golf course didn't like that event now, and nope, this tournament organization isn't set up
conversations.
So many. And then there's a lot of history and just inertia and like, well, we've always done it this way. How we can't disrespect Byron Nelson, like this guy's been attached to this event forever. The same thing with Jack in the Palm Beach. Well, we've always
Byron Nelson's always been a huge CJ group guy.
Well, I was gonna say they gave up on that part when they went to Craig Ranch.
But you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
yes,
it honestly still feels like they're trying to middle it on a lot of these smaller events.
I'm curious your thoughts on this, TC, because I don't look at this and say, I don't think like the PGA Tour's answer is like, well, gosh, just go to the big markets, guys. It's like, I mean, the PGA Tour has been to big markets a lot. They've had events in New York. They've had events in Chicago.
I think sometimes those events don't draw.
That's kind of where I'm at of like, dude, I don't think the answer is just like straight up go to the big market places. Yeah. They've done a really good job of going to places where their golf event's going to be a big deal. And if you live in Manhattan, like a PGA Tour event coming to New York, there's so much shit going on. Like,
no, you're getting the market wrong. Like Bethpage is not, man.
I don't mean. I'm just giving an example though of like.
I know what you're saying, but it's like those big markets. It's hard to say that to find a course that can host a PGA Tour event is going to be like just outside Chicago, and just outside New York City.
Or we're gonna get a face full of Liberty National.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's like that's not really the best setting for this. Yeah. It's hard to. Well, we're going to New York City. It's like Bethpage isn't in New York City, man. But
that's the thing. There's so much going on in these big cities too that unless you make it a really big event or a really quality event, like I think that's where I struggle a little bit too. Is like I do think there's an opportunity to do more stuff in prime time on the West Coast.
For sure,
that's absolutely something. But I also think that when it comes down to all right, why aren't there enough courses that can host? Going back to the, obviously there's logistics and space considerations and all that, but it goes back to distance too. And it goes back to, like that's your product, right? And it's, these guys are going to beat up on certain courses or you're not setting them up right. Look at Honda, and or at Cognizant. And so I think it's a fundamental misunderstanding. And I think there are some people at the tour who do understand this, but now they're explaining it to guys who don't come from within golf, which I think a certain element of Rolapp's thing is like everything's fresh eyes and he's coming in from the NFL, but also like, I wouldn't say the NFL is like, they're really good at making money. I wouldn't say they're like
commercial,
tactful, tasteful organization, So that's what I worry about a little bit too, is like, are they going to get details right? Or are we just going to get a lot of spectacle type stuff without much meat to it?
It's a good point. What really hooked me with Rolapp was how much he talked about product and how much he talked about, the media deal's got to change. And now the entertainment value of this, I'm hooked on that.
And that's how you're going to sell Netflix too. Like Netflix is only going to sign up because like they're going to have to get a Netflix or an Amazon involved in bidding, because NBC's going to balk at, hey, you're not going to charge us more for
less
a
events.
Shit sandwich.
Yeah.
And
less big events.
And I think that's what, like for instance, because that's what Netflix wants, is like the event. They want something to make that like
appointment TV.
Yeah, they don't want to.
They don't want to
have
have
8 in a row or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
They want to have that event, and I think that's where I look at it. And I'm like, all right, like look at your own product here. Like look at TPC Sawgrass. Like bring it back to like being the big, brawny, bold, in your face, big slopes on the greens. Challenge these guys. Like make it a fucking spectacle, right? Instead of just, oh, it's really green and really lush, and we're trying to just
placate the players.
so elevated. It's so elevated, and it's like, no, like you don't even have the strongest field anymore. Like it's like a weaker field than a lot of the other tournaments at this point. Sorry,
that's I think what we are headed towards is like just being at odds with like specifically to distance, and we don't have to do a big distance thing tonight. Is for Rolapp coming into this job fresh and not being a huge golf guy. It is really easy for him to say, we don't need that. We don't need that rollback. Like, I think
that's an easy win for him with the players.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Like I think
it's cleaner.
I think,
hey, I'm listening to you guys.
Yeah.
I think he would also say like, oh, I totally can see where you're coming from on why this is a problem and why this is a big deal and why it hurts the golf within there. But changing that, it's not in my best interest. And here's like the monetary reasons why. And I think you can make it pretty like, that's where I have a feeling we're headed.
But I feel like the players are making less money from the equipment companies than ever. Or at least
not
the
even
rank and
necessarily
file, right?
the money from the equipment.
The players
companies
might be, but I still think like from a commercial load standpoint, they're
I think there's
big advertiser.
It's still headache. Like the tour still makes a lot of money from equipment companies too, through sponsorships and television commercials.
You're still going to sell equipment.
I know, but they don't. But my point is, they don't have to change unless it's like a true crisis. And even if we see true crisis, the people counting the money might not see it as a true. Again, can you definitively make the case for Rolapp that they're going to make more money if they roll the equipment back? Because I don't feel like I can.
I think it would improve the product.
That's not what I asked.
No, but I think. But are you saying more money in the near term in the next 5 years? Or are you saying more money in the next 15, 20 years? I think those are two very different questions.
But I think they're more likely to answer it in the next 5.
And they'd probably be like, man, what an own goal. We're going to have all this like
I don't want to deal with this
muddiness.
Yeah.
I would say
it's
this
called
though,
the Strategic Sports Group, the Future Competition.
Something that stuck out beyond to me
the 3-year window.
I'd like to. I would love them to. I just don't like. But that's not where like PGA Tour players' careers are now. Like the people that are on these committees are playing now, and
it's so crazy.
There's no collective bargaining. Like there's not like it's just not the way other.
It's so
sports
crazy that we were sitting here talking about 6 years ago about the new
TV deal
being signed. Like we're 6 years into that,
over halfway
to that thing, and we got a shit sandwich of a broadcast today too.
But to go back to that though, TC, of like you're also presenting the product to people that overwhelmingly think a rollback's not needed is a part of this equation as well, of like
who love green golf courses.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
A casual fan base that tunes in and is like, that's what golf should look like.
I think
just
those
to be
people
clear,
are tuning in. Like they're tuning in because there's a golf tournament on TV though.
Right. But I'm saying, but it's not like they're going to change. Like if like whatever, 80% of people propose a rollback of some, oppose it of some kind. Like if that's who is watching your tournaments, you're not going to flip, you're not going to flip people with this. I still feel the exact same way. I'm just saying, I don't get the sense that like this is where the leadership of the PGA Tour is headed.
Do
you disagree?
No, unfortunately,
right?
Yeah.
It's a defeated viewpoint, but yeah.
I pulled a quote from Eamon's article that I really liked. That honestly, you guys played right into it. Is quote, because Rolapp isn't laying out his vision or initiating a scramble amongst constituents to preserve the perks and privileges. He's dismantling a facade the tour has carefully constructed and nurtured for decades. That no caste system divides its members, tournaments, or sponsors. It does, and it's about to be formalized. The point there is that's the truth. And it's almost like we haven't been telling the truth about the PGA Tour.
They haven't been.
We started telling it with the signature events.
That's well said. It's finally so we need to start there. The truth is this should happen. There should be less. Every week can't matter. So we have to have less tournaments that matter.
It just can't matter.
But you know what I'm trying to say? Not everything can be elevated or signature or a major.
It's all
March might not be major.
It's not.
It might not
March
be.
Isn't
that just might be the truth. We need to start telling the truth.
March is really
Will
good.
Smith in the CTE movie. I tell the truth. I feel like we're getting there, and I like that with Rolapp, but like he might not go as far as we want him to go about the you know what I mean, like with the product stuff that you're talking
I think
about.
he's going to figure out the competitive structure. I think that I'm excited about, and I think there's going to be some collateral damage there. I think there's going to be some events and things we like about the tour and the schedule,
and hopefully the broadcast product too.
Yeah, I have confidence in that. I'm strictly talking about on the, I don't feel like that's where they're headed on the golf. Figuring out that part of the product, which I think is really important, but a really long discussion.
I think just going back, like the difference in the gulf between CBS and NBC from like going from the last few weeks to this week, like it's getting worse and worse every, like it's getting bigger and bigger, wider and wider every year. It was jarring this week.
I have nothing to add to that. One thing I think we do have to look forward to in the next couple of weeks. Jim Furyk will be a commentator for NBC this upcoming week at Bay Hill and the Players, and I think that's going to be great. I know Jim Furyk is like the definition of vanilla to a lot of people. The guy's really smart. He's articulate, and hopefully the NBC stink doesn't rub off on him, and he just is himself and talks golf, man. Because that
NBC's done a good job at Bay Hill and Players the last few years.
I wouldn't say Bay Hill's the commercial.
I wouldn't say stink. Like they just have too many cooks in the kitchen, and hopefully Furyk will be an upgrade from Kisner.
I feel like they throttle their talent though through the structure.
Are they getting rid of the
for sure, man? Yeah. Like Bones is awesome.
That's the stink I'm talking about.
Yeah, and like I feel like today I got a good amount out of Smiley. I think they're riding him too hard on this Friday happy hour stuff. But
you gotta do something different on Friday. I'm in on that.
And then they toss it back to Golf Central.
I don't know. Furyk was great when I caddied for him.
Furyk's awesome.
Right? He's genuinely got a sense of humor, and it'd be nice to get some fresh blood in the booth with NBC.
Jay Madera, the CFO of the PGA Tour, is retiring.
Congrats on
he was never my CFO.
54 years old.
What was our guy's name? Ron.
He was
Ron
COO.
Price.
He was COO.
Ron
CFO.
Price.
No, he was COO.
Oh, well, that was my dude.
I think he was the de facto CFO.
Yeah.
I think he was the de facto dude.
He was the dude.
That guy had his money right.
Yeah.
I don't think guys are ever happy about how right his money was.
God, remember when he had to go to Congress because Jay was just out? It's like, dude, I'm taking a break.
God,
dog.
what a wild time.
He did well. I thought he did well too.
He did.
I really do.
The PGA Tour announced the charities that Brooks is donating to.
Backs the blue.
Yeah, that was something we needed receipts on. Eugenio Chacarra is making his first start this week after leaving Live Golf after the end of 2024. He'll be getting sponsor exemption into Puerto Rico. This was a sad story, a tough story on the DP World Tour. Andrea Pavon, he had a horrible accident at the South African Open. He fell down 3 stories down an elevator shaft in his lodging when the elevator doors opened with no car present. The 36-year-old Italian, he suffered severe shoulder damage and significant injuries to his back, including fractures to several vertebrae. He had surgery on his back and shoulder this week, but will be in the hospital in South Africa for at least 6 weeks before he can return home to Dallas. Some very nice stories going around Andrea, and a GoFundMe is out there on the interweb. Sorry, I don't have the link to it as we speak right now, but really, really tough story there. But he issued a statement, is in good spirits, and has said he's been getting a lot of help, and it really does appreciate all the support.
It's like some Final Destination.
Oh, it's horrible.
This one hit really hard for me. I've been in Brooklyn, stuck in the elevator a couple times. Door never opened with no elevator, but you get stuck in an elevator, it sucks.
Elevators
just
are
like
scary.
and then it makes you think about every time you get on the elevator the next like week or two. You're like, man, is this gonna work?
Or how much you don't think about it when you just go walk in the door. Like
That's
crazy.
When you work at a hotel and like you're the night manager, like you realize how often elevators malfunction too or break down. Like there's a lot of safeguards built in, but like I remember one time we had little Stevie, the guy from Springsteen's East Street Band, got stuck in the elevator for like 4.5 hours.
Oh my God.
It was awful.
Oh,
it was like halfway between 2 floors, and you couldn't. It was nuts.
So thoughts are with Andrea and his family as well. We had the Argentina Open. Alistair Doherty won that
119th.
Correct. Not the 199 Argentina Open. American Alistair Doherty won that one. That was at Jockey Club. TC, I know that's a place that you hold near and dear to your heart.
Yeah, they did the stream again for 15, 16, 17, and 18. The first 2 days were
with no sound.
With no sound on Saturday.
TC and I were watching it with no sound yesterday afternoon. That's great.
I wish they would do it's great that they have the stream to begin with. It was on the Corn Ferry Tour YouTube channel. It was in much better shape this year than it was last year. The Argentine amateur, Segundo Oliva Pinto, who was kind of in the driver's seat going into the last round of the LAC. He ended up finishing like T7. So great week for him. That's a big deal down there. He's got a bright future, but I wish they would show from the tee box or from the fairway the handheld camera view, because the mounding on 16 and 17 in particular, like it's a flat as a pancake piece of property. And Mackenzie built this place right before Augusta National. And so some of the stuff that you see like on 8 at Augusta National, you see that on 16.
Yeah.
It's wild. There's short grass everywhere. It's Bermuda. It's great.
Just
he was
feeling
cooking.
it. He was feeling it, man. I was so dialed.
I'm about to get hot.
He was in a flow state.
Yeah.
Before he took that steamship back up, he was in a fucking.
And really,
flow
he didn't
state.
build he designed it, and then the guy that built it was the guy that helped Bobby Jones actually build the golf course, like the contractor. So anyway, and then the New Zealand, it was a triple National Opens week, which
I know you're pissed. Your post on X, the Everything app, didn't get more love.
should have gotten more.
And Lawrence from Office Space, 3 National Opens at the same time, man. It's good stuff.
The New Zealand Open, Daniel Hillier, one of the guys that's been cleaning up on the DP World Tour lately. He continued his strong play, won his National Open over Lucas Herbert. I believe Hillier was already in the Open, and Herbert gets into the Open.
Hillier's another one of those guys you keep seeing.
Always.
Just keep seeing
Every DP World Tour event.
Can't stop seeing him.
And then I do want to shout out P, finished T29 down in South Africa.
Is that do you think that will affect his Fedora 5 ranking?
I don't think he's going to fall out of the Fedora 5. I don't think he's playing this week. What's going on the DP World Tour this week?
Joburg Open.
Joburg. Okay, so maybe he's staying down in South Africa, but he had kind of a stinker round 1. He was 1 over round 1, and then he finished. He shot 69, 69, 68 the last 3 rounds.
Does P have some whiffs of Mr. Player? Just wants to play. Guy will go anywhere in the
Honestly,
world.
what's P's data golf?
Ooh, good
one
question.
major.
Hold, please.
I don't know where to find the field for DP.
68 TC.
68. Okay.
He has 2 DP World wins, 8 PGA Tour wins, and 1 major. He has 474 points.
Okay.
He's 35 years, 6 months old.
Yeah, Soly, that was kind of around the world of men's golf, and we've got LPGA as well.
Hannah Green won the HSBC Women's World Championship for the 2nd time. She held off Austin Kim by a single shot. It wasn't that close. She bogeyed the last 2 holes.
At Sentosa.
Sentosa's well maintained, and it was playing pretty firm. Those greens that were bouncy.
It is. What time of year did they play it when Liv was there?
It's a good question. I know when
I feel like it was soft when Liv played it, and this was nice. This was firm. I feel
like it rains all summer, all late spring and summer there, and gets super humid. So I think this is before all that comes in.
It was nice. Yeah, this was Hannah's 7th career LPGA Tour title, her first since she won 3 times in 2024. She had 5 wins in an 18-month span from April 23 to October 2024.
Proper player, too.
Really, really proper player. Won the 2019 KPMG Women's PGA at Hazeltine.
Improper golf course.
I knew you were going to say that. Minjee Lee, Angel Yen, Pauline Rusin Bouchard were T3. Haydan Yu was 6th. Gino, after winning last week, finished T31 this week.
She won it. She won the JM Eagle at a firm Wilshire
twice.
Those 2 years in a row, which was all right, that's real. And then she's played, obviously Australian. Minjee in the mix too, just makes it obvious that all right, this is a real test.
Got to be in control of your ball.
And it was a real test. And who didn't play well?
That's interesting.
Gino. I think Gino might be
The biggest dome golfer in the world.
Yes.
Wow.
That's my block right now. I like Gino. I have nothing against her other than I think there's some overseed birdie fest dome golf tendencies there.
But the overseed though. Gotta keep that in mind.
So she's got a bag. Luckily there's enough majors on the women's side that are played in nice conditions like that the overseed at Memorial Park could be really, really nice for her.
And then Hazeltine's up north, so they don't even have to overseed at Hazeltine. Because
what's the overseed though? God, I still gotta get. I gotta get the original clip on the soundboard. That's it on my to-do list for this week. Mark my words.
Soly, we had some USGA announcements this week too. 2045. How old are you gonna be? How old are we gonna be?
I know when they start putting these fucking dates out, I'm like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna be around.
58. Yeah, 58. Yeah, I did look at. So they 2045 to Inverness. They announced some Walker Cup sites. Walker Cup going to National in 2040, Cyprus in 2048, and Seminole in 2052. My son will be in that Cyprus window. I mean, he'd be like 20. He might be like a fifth year senior around then. So I did the math on that one. I don't know.
Freddie's going to be 37. He'll be in the mid-am. 37. I'm stoked for Inverness. I think Inverness is, I'll file that one away for 2045. I'd like to attend that tournament. Inverness is sweet.
It's
good. We also need a rollback,
old, man. Huh? They're gonna be too old by that point.
PD what?
52?
2048. I said for Cyprus.
Oh, for Cyprus. Yeah.
Okay. Inverness is a solid golf course. I would.
Stolen Valor.
I think it's better than Aronimink.
It's not in Scotland.
That's not the U.S. That's PGA of America. Don't you bring the PGA of America into this, my friend. I don't know.
I'm going to bring the PGA of America into this in a little bit.
I think Inverness would be like, if they were going to the PGA Championship there, I'm like, oh, that's kind of an upgrade on some of their venues. But U.S. Open is, I don't know. Like it's like
we got to have a rollback.
A lot weaker than Pinehurst. It's a lot weaker than Shinnecock. Wingfoot kind of take or leave from me right now. Pebble without much redo.
I think if you drop Inverness into where Wingfoot is in New York, like I think those are similar golf courses.
We can pick this up in 19 years, I think. So the next Walker Cup sites are Lahinch, Bandon, Prince's, Oakmont. There's no more British ones announced from there, but Chicago Golf, National, Pine Valley, Cypress, Seminole.
I mean, that's
British and Irish.
Correct.
Substantial.
British Isles is what I meant.
Pretty decent list there.
And the era of the hammer begins.
Kevin
USGA
Hammer.
annual meetings. A couple other things that
Kevin Hammer.
How
about that?
Hammer.
Yeah, man. Played with him at Pinehurst. How about that?
It's great.
Yeah.
I think he'll be a strong leader. Per Paul was a strong leader as well. And I think it sounds like that there's an opt-out that you can opt out of having on the GIN.
Yes.
Public rounds.
Public rounds and scores.
Played rounds and scores. I'd like to call it the Hugh Freeze rule.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Didn't he get busted for being on a tee sheet though? Not for posting a GIN score?
I think it was both.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but being able to scout the CEO rounds has been I think a problem.
You just don't want people looking into your
no, like
your
Malcolm
management.
Gladwell had a whole podcast about how he hated golf and he was kind of pulling GIN stats.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Any final notes here, TC?
Yeah, I've got a live corner, just a quick one today. Torquay Golf Club is partnering with the AJGA, the American Junior Golf Association, as title sponsor of the Torquay Golf Club Championship.
TC, I love this. Send the elevator back down.
Grow the game.
What's wrong with this? Tell me what's wrong with this. This is great.
Nothing. I don't know where they're going to play that. I need to dig into that a little bit more. Bryson and LA Golf have split. A lot of rumblings. Bamberger had a
some heavy duty quotes in there.
Yeah. Liz, I think it goes way, way, way deeper, and there's a lot of possible malfeasance going on there.
Well, but also just Bryson being like, or the LA Golf guy being like, man, he was asking for 51% or he's going to walk. And I told him to walk. I mean, just some good, just kind of some like
lot of rumors that LA Golf
It's a
was
showdown. Showdown.
All of his updates will come from Bryson and his team.
There was some rumors
Trying to
that
grow the GDP.
some well-founded rumors, however alleged they were, of LA Golf. They bought Matrix.
They're
what
just
was it?
buying shafts and painting
shafts, and they were painting them and charging thousands of dollars for them. Anyway, Wade Ormsby is stepping in for Mickelson this week in High Flyers. He's a 2-time Hong Kong Open winner.
I thought Phil was only supposed to miss 2 events.
I don't know. Maybe like, and they're calling it a family health matter, but there's a lot of things floating around out there. So we'll see. We'll see if anything comes there. Guys, was there a dust up at TGL?
I think so.
Between Glover and Morikawa.
From the clip I saw, I wouldn't want to fuck with Lucas.
Draw.
Colin doesn't want this smoke.
Colin was yelling draw.
Yeah, and Lucas just kind of got back in there. I'm like, what'd you say? But I think the guys are just fucking around more than I don't think it's like a serious TGL dust up. Do you?
I would love to see a serious TGL.
I think that's what they need.
No, that's probably
we
fair.
need it to be one.
We're missing. What's the score right now? We're missing this. Is it live? My team is.
Good question.
This could ruin my night here. I have it on DVR, of course.
Is it a double header tonight, or is
we're up 3-2. Let's go. We gotta wrap this up. I need to watch the finale here.
Then it's on tomorrow night
Max
too, right?
Playing?
Max is playing tonight after.
So he's doing a double?
Yeah.
With young Tom Kim.
How about that? How about young Tom Kim? Tough.
The global superstar.
Global superstar struggling.
All right, on to
and then PGA Championship needs volunteers. They still need volunteers for Aronimink, which is in 2 months, 2.5 months. It's a $270 fee if you would like to volunteer, but
inflation, man.
If not, hit them up.
I feel like when we started this, it was 80.
Yeah, that's gone.
I feel like that's outpacing inflation. I feel like the fee to volunteer at a PGA
feels like they should be full by now.
Is going up
so
at a high rate.
See what happens.
We got a big week of golf coming up. We got the Bay Hill Invitational, Arnold Palmer Invitational at Bay Hill, whatever it's called now, on the PGA Tour. Live Golf is in Hong Kong.
King's Place.
DP World Tour has the Joburg Open. LPGA Tour remains in China for the Blue Bay LPGA before a week off, and then they make their return back to the U.S. For the Founders in mid-March. We have a video coming out this week documenting our long trip to Jacksonville, Florida. DJ came down, actually, and TC and I, we had a great, this was back in October. We filmed this and to play a little golf around Jax. We always get a lot of questions about what golf courses to play around Jax. That'll be a full kind of city tour of a place we all called home at some point.
Hey, you guys edited me out of this one.
Yeah, you didn't make the cut.
So scummy.
That'll premiere on our YouTube channel, 8 p.m., I believe, on Wednesday.
It's tough to do, somebody was jawing at us. They said, well, is this Ponte Vedra or Jack's Beach? It's more of a beach's look.
It's a
beach. We went over and played Hyde Park.
It's just a
retrospective on how
a hometown. It's like a hometown visit for the boys.
Jacksonville's the largest city in the country by land mass, so it's tough to uncover
by
all
square
the
miles.
We'll also have a new podcast out on Tuesday night. Denny Cash is making his triumphant return to the podcast. Yes. Yes. We did a little dive into I got to come up with a title for this yet, but it's like finances in professional golf for individual golfers, like different lifestyles of professional golfers.
Finances of being a pro golfer.
Yeah, like income, at the highest levels of the men's side, highest levels of the women's side, replacement level on the men's side. What are expenses like? What do people get wrong about finances?
Maybe not the highest levels.
Caddy life. We have some Denny Cash.
Maybe for the mules.
Denny Cash gets in there. Denny Cash had some intel on some of the higher levels. He's got some. So
and then Denny. He knows what the mules are into as well.
For sure.
We'll be live on Sunday shortly after the finale at Bay Hill. So join us on the No Layup Podcast YouTube channel, which we're here. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Neil's pay is driven by subscriber growth. Okay, and it's that's just not true. He just wants to see that number going up. So does Denny's.
I'm not on commission anymore.
Subscribe there, or you can watch it on the Everything app as well. Anything we missed, guys?
No, I think we went too long.
Neil, what's your next round of golf?
When am I playing next? Yeah. Well, I'm going to Arizona Wednesday night.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to be I'll just call it out. We're doing a documentary on the U.S. National Development Program, and I'm going to join the
team, the program.
Our promising.
Are they going to develop you?
Hopefully, yeah. We're gonna test ourselves against the best.
It's gonna be the Walker Cup at National in 2040.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be the kid again, TC. So I don't know if I'm gonna play around out there, but I'm definitely gonna do some testing.
Okay.
So that's my next
Overseed too.
Yeah, the overseed though. Desert Mountain.
It's a record for overseed references of this week on the pod. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We will see you back here next week. Cheers.